Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about the Book of Boba Fett once more. So, I've been reviewing this weekly. I'm 2 for 2. Alright to terrible. However, the ratings are on the decline. I did a video on it. I'll leave it linked up there. It's this kind of up-down drama. Now, a lot of people's sort of issues with this show is, one, the fact that Boba Fett quite literally keeps telling everyone he's Boba Fett. I'm Boba Fett. Like, what you doing? Not everyone needs to know who you are, mate. Okay, just calm it down. Terrible writing. Again, this is complaints from people. Terrible writing, terrible plot. Just like paper thin, narrative, basically. However, it does seem that, you've read from the title, the Boba Fett himself, the star, Temuera Morrison, has come out and expressed his own concern. He's spoken out against the show itself. And yeah, it's fascinating stuff. It is interesting, isn't it? How in Star Wars specifically, you get these... we could sort of say Temuera Morrison's a legacy actor for the show. Not on the same par as, Luke Skywalker himself. But, very, very similarly, we had Mark Hamill come out around the sequel shows and the movies and say, hey, look, I did say to Rian Johnson this isn't something he would do and blah, 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 blah. And he was ignored. Those films were panned. Now you're getting Temuera Morrison come out and say basically the same stuff. Oh yeah, I come out and actually said I disagree with this. And he's being ignored. And that show's now being panned. So it's fascinating. It's genuinely fascinating. So let's take a look, ladies and gents. So, the original article is linked down below if you want to check it out. Now, Temuera Morrison gives off Game of Thrones vibes as he expresses concern about Boba Fett's depiction in the Book of Boba Fett. Now, again, it's not without founding. The stuff that he's saying, I think, is generally perfectly justified critique. And it's not coming from a place of hatred. He clearly doesn't hate playing the guy. It's not a hatred element. It's, oh, hey, we could probably do it a bit like this, and he's been ignored. So a lot of people's automatic issue is, oh, you're just a hater. No, Temuera Morrison's clearly not a hater. Like, he does enjoy playing the character. But anyway, Star Wars fans aren't alone in their distaste for Disney's latest interpretation of Boba Fett. According to a recent interview, Boba Fett actor Temuera Morrison also feels his character is not being done justice. During a January 11th interview, so not too long ago, but it's kind of recently surfacing anyway, with NME, Morrison said and the reason why this is only just surfacing is because it's not really on anyone's radar. People aren't searching for every bit of Boba Fett information because it's not a hugely popular show. Morrison said he thinks his character talks too much. In his view, Boba Fett should be more mysterious. Yes, mate. You and basically everyone else's opinion. He should also be less of an idiot. That latest episode... Well, basically every episode he's done dumb stuff. But this is it's a video interview, so again, we're not going to play it, we're just going to recite it. So anyway, NME host Alex Flood asked, part of what made Boba Fett so cool and mysterious in the originals was how rarely he spoke. How did you go about keeping that edginess while adding all the dialogue in for the new series? A pretty forthright statement from the interviewer, Alex Flood, pretty much straight down the line. Yeah, I think he's cool, badass. He didn't really say anything. What do you think about the dialogue, mate? To which Temuera says, I wasn't very successful. How did you go about keeping that edginess while adding all the dialogue? I wasn't successful. We didn't do it. I wasn't very successful. I was hoping not to... It's the fact that he's the interviewers clearly still thinks he's edgy. How did you keep all that edginess while adding loads of dialogue? And Temuera's we didn't, mate. We didn't keep the edginess. I was hoping not to say as much as I have already in the first 2 episodes. Morrison said, I speak far too much. Oh, mate. We feel ya. In a bit... I can't get over that. In a bid to salvage his character, Morrison even went as far as to try to pass some of his dialogue off to Ming-Na Wen, the actress who portrays Fett's right-hand woman, Fennec Shand, who's doing a relatively good job, to be honest. And he says this, in fact, in the beginning, I was trying to get pass my lines on to Ming-Na. Excuse me, director. I really feel that Ming-Na should say these lines, because I want to stay mysterious. I want to stay quiet, Morrison says. Morrison would reiterate this point, saying, well, obviously, John's one of the key writers, and so sometimes I'd always say, I think this is too much. I think this is too much. Then I'd go to, what's the other guy's name? Noah. I'd always try to get him to cut down dialogue. God damn. Jon Favreau, the creator, writer, and producer of the Book of Boba Fett, briefly left the show's set for a trip to Atlanta. The Boba Fett actor admits he tried to cut some of his character's lines behind Favreau's back. Oh, good God. I can't believe he's able to say this stuff. I remember, of course, John actually went away to Atlanta, so I rang Noah that night and I said, Noah, this scene tomorrow, I'm talking too much. This Boba doesn't talk this much. Look, I've got all these paragraphs here. Paragraphs! He had fucking paragraphs of dialogue. Wow. It's like reciting a novel. I think we should get rid of it, and John's gone to Atlanta, so don't tell him, he recalled. The next morning on set, I get a call from Atlanta. John wants you to say all that dialogue. He'll cut it out later. So he was even keeping an eye on us from all areas. Oh my God. After admitting that some of the dialogue was needed for exposition, Morrison nevertheless reiterated his point, saying, I think I did speak a bit too much. So yeah, he admits that you need some exposition, but he's like, yeah, no, I still spoke too much. God damn, that's so funny. And this was awful. Oh, so funny. I cannot believe that. This is very much mods and rockers. Oh, it's so good. So good. So there you go. Even Boba Fett actor himself, not best impressed, and is speaking out against it. And look, I'm still for 2 for 2. I'm holding out some hope. Obviously, I'm holding out hope. I want to watch stuff that's good and entertaining. So I want it to be good. I'm not one of these people that just, I want it to fail. Like, no, I want this to be good, because otherwise it's a waste of my time. But what do you guys think? Even the actor slates it. It's fundamentally this key thing, isn't it, with these actors? They seem to understand their characters more than the people who have been writing them. Because the thing is, and I think what's important to note, is the actors have stayed the actors for some time. So they've understood their character, and yet the writers have been passed around quite a lot, but the one consistent holdover in these things is the actors, so they understand their characters. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you genuinely so much. I do appreciate everyone who does hit subscribe, like, and share the video. It means a lot, so thank you. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's in the description box, just at Mr. H Reviews. Take care.